Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Ben here, back with another video. And today we're going to be looking at 5 resorts or hotels in Okayama, Japan. Okayama is on the southern side of the main island of Japan. Um, it has a population of about 700,000 people, and historically, this was always used as kind of like a naval port, especially during World War II. There's also a castle called the Okyu, I believe, or the Okayama Castle, also dubbed the Crow Castle for its black exterior. So now we know. Now we know. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at 5 hotels and resorts, and we're going to be grading them out of 5 categories of 5 stars. For the first category, it's going to be location. Second is going to be style or what it is. Third will be some pictures. Fourth will be some reviews. And lastly, 5 will be street view. That's going to be curb appeal. So looking at street view, whoa, so much that it has to load. There is quite a bit of options for street view, so I'm kind of excited at the places that we're going to see. So without further ado, let's take a look. All right, so for our first hotel that we're going to be looking at, well, resort as well. It's both hotel and resort. We're going to be looking at the Hotel Shunka Setouchi Ushimado Resort. Uh, it's all the way on the eastern side, just by the water in Okayama, so we're definitely outside of it. Oh, look, there's a little lake. Um, 4.5 stars, 45 reviews, and it does have a website. It's in Japanese, so I'll have to translate that. Looking at the first review, what can people tell us about this? Dog friendly. View of fireworks. The sea of the Ushimado is so beautiful and relaxing. It's a fun trip with my dog. 5 out of 5 stars. Nice. I personally, when I stay at hotels, I'm not a fan of animals. On the employee end of dealing with someone's yapping dog, that is always annoying. Be a responsible pet owner. So let's go ahead and take a look at some pictures. First one's going to be a product picture. Nice theme, yellow and kind of this brownish color, orange. Definitely more earthy tones, I would say, or more like burnt tones. Gray flooring, yellow chairs. This is second floor wash area, a salon, and we're going to be looking down. That's the front door, I'm assuming, and the vestibule. Maybe that's a pool out there. Lobby waiting area, trophy case perhaps, bathtub. This is the front desk. So we were up top here, looking down. That was the entrance. This is the lobby waiting area. This is the front desk with, for some reason, 2 small stools, which typically when you do check-ins into hotels, you don't typically sit down, especially not that low. So perhaps they are more for decoration. Second floor, presumably second floor, it does have a restaurant. So this is probably where breakfast and dinner are served. Uh, there's a bell at the top. This lady says, "Hey guys, what's going on? I'm at the Shakuma Sekatachi Ushimando." And there's a bell. Um, Dog, fish. That's the entrance. What a weird canopy. It juts out like just 30 feet. That's kind of funny. We do see the words on the side, which is helpful. They are written in English. Very interesting. Very interesting. This is probably the outside. Nice landscape around it. Uh, Food product picture. This is the yard. This is kind of a small yard, but where you can take your dog to go run. And they have signs for your dog as well. Dog run, community lang, dog spa, and training room. So this is a dog themed resort actually. And they have dogs in their logo. Stay with love. Hotel Shinuka Satachi Ushimado Resort. Umbrellas. Um, Here's a non-product picture, but this still kind of feels like a product picture. Probably a dehumidifier or AC or something. This is the top. That's the sea. I'm not sure. We'll have to take a look at the name of the sea again, or the lake, or the ocean, wherever that's looking out to. Written in Japanese. Um, but the big thing is written in English. Very unique. I would imagine they get a fair amount of mixed tourists. Enough that some speak English where you need to have it written. Kiosk, gift shop, things like that. Yeah, just like basic toiletries and stuff. Um, this is a nice picture. This is a nice view. Right out to the water. TV guide and a cup of coffee. Or tea. Chai. Cup of chai. We're in Asia. They usually say chai. This is the other angle of the lobby, so this is good. This is Halloween. Does Japan celebrate Halloween? Um, Decorations scattered around, pumpkin and kitty cat. You see the front desk, a couple of the stuff on display. This is the gift shop. So we're looking at the gift shop right now. Dog, stuffed animal. That is either the outside to the restaurant or breakfast area. Nice waiting room. All the chairs match. Fair amount of sofa seating. You can kind of sit wherever. I think those are orchids. Uh, Good options. Good options. I would say the style is pretty much there. Um, is there a vibe? There is not a vibe. Very curious. Very curious. All right, a lot of food pictures, whatever. Ai Chihuahua. But I don't think that's Chihuahua. Look at that little guy. And one last look. Whoops. This is the gift shop. So they sell typical Japanese things, candies, clothing, basically your typical gift shop. Stuff for dog. Dog friendly, dog organic. That type of stuff. Here's the telephone. Call us when you need anything. And also use the hand sanitizer before you touch the phone. Thanks. Major credit cards accepted. Something about pan. Um, Looks pretty professional, I would say. This is brochures, things like that. It does look pretty professional. This is a simple front desk. This is pretty much as most as you need from a front desk. It's just two workstations and not a lot of clutter. That's in a good space. That's pretty much the three qualifications for a good desk. So pretty good. That's gonna do it for the pictures. What's the name of this water? Can we find out? It is written in Japanese. Harima Sea North Route number 4 light blue. What? Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at some reviews. We did learn it was dog friendly. So beautiful. Relaxing with my dog. So beautiful. I dropped in for lunch while checking into the hotel. It's a small hotel, but it's stylish with the rooms are clean. The staff was very helpful. It's one of my travel plans. However, 4 stars. Oh. Staff was friendly and impressed by the interior. I visited for the barbecue indoor fun run. Wow. 5,000 yen. Could be a little bit more. It's just pricey. There's also a pool. Um, in the end, I left the hotel feeling it was worth it. I will give it a 5 stars. 4 out of 10. Felt that it was very quiet quality for the hotel that allows pets. The only downside is that the location's hard to get to, but if you use Oshira Olive Garden as the landmark, it should be easy. There's an Olive Garden around here? There is. I don't think this is the same Olive Garden as the restaurant Olive Garden. However, we can't rule that out, but it looks different. This is a great hotel, 5 out of 5. My dog is a Jack Russell Terrier, and it was very spacious. I recommend this sashimi served with dinner. I wanted to have lunch, but didn't this time. How often do these people stay here? It sounds like they stay way more than once. Also, there was a deep bass noise coming from outside. It was so loud. Turned out to be the exhaust fan. That's the dog. That's our little Jack Russell Terrier. 5 out of 5. Amazing rooms, dog friendly. 4 out of 5. Home away from home. A lot of these are I'll visit once again. More sightseeing and shopping options, so their concierge work could be do well. Their concierge work could be a little bit better. Um, y'all slacking. Well, they're in the middle of nowhere. That guy took a lot of pictures though. I didn't stay overnight. I came here looking forward to lunch with a spectacular view. What is all of these random faces that they're using? Because remember, this is translated from Japanese, and they're using faces like this. So weird, so weird. Um, July 7th, 2024, so this is about 2 years ago. Uh, I was able to eat quietly for 4,000 yen. Bread was delicious. The wine braised meat was incredibly delicious with tender, fall off the bread texture. You've heard of fall off the bone. Now get ready for fall off the bread. There were 3 desserts. I was so completely full. The square sorbet was refreshing with pineapple ice cream. Geez, this guy's doing quite a bit. 2,000 fireworks at night? Please stop by for a night and dinner. This sounds like it's a paid review. The weather is clear, the view is spectacular. They're probably making a wide selections for Instagram. Wide selection of desserts for ladies, making it perfect for Instagram. That's weird. This guy's like recruiting women. This is Sito, number 1. Coming back in the same month. They also offer day use options without staying overnight. What would you need a day use at a hotel for? I mean, you can walk your dog, which is a small area. It's not even big, it's a small area. And there's restaurants. What would you need a day pass for a restaurant for? Like parking fee? Day trip lunch course, 4,000 yen. Let's see how much that costs. Can't type. Whoops. Japanese yen to USD. 25 bucks. Eh, it's not the most expensive in the world, but I ended up having a second helping of French bread. I'm so happy they even provided olive oil and butter. You have to. If you're going to serve someone bread, you should give them at least oil or butter. We viewed the Ushimado Olive Garden and had lunch there. They went to the Olive Garden. Didn't even go there. Whoops. Uh, we only use the baths in our room, so there is no large public bath. Olive Garden's within walking distance with our dog, except in summer. Having opened in 2023, this is a newer place. The facilities are new and the interior is beautiful. Full course, dog traveling. While visiting Olive Garden, we had come across a hotel with beautiful exterior. I would give that a bit of an exaggeration, but um, food was delicious. So let's go again. Pets are allowed. They sell pet food and treat toys. Heard the view of fireworks on August 5th. They were great, so I'd like to stay there again. However, it seems that the hotel caters specifically to dogs. They also serve Copio ice cream. 5 stars, 5 stars. Ah, look at that dog. 5 stars, 1 star. Is this really a suite? Building construction made it feel like you were walking down the corridor with heavy footsteps. Food was typical Western cuisine. They seem to put some effort into the plates and dishes, but it's not luxury. Service was mild. Amateurs and part-timers. I booked 6 months in advance and paid considerable amount, but my dining seat was on the corridor side, not by the window overlooking the sea. I splurged hoping for a somewhat meaningful experience, but everything was disappointed. 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. First dog hotel. Oh, dog first hotel. It's all about the wording. And it's all about the service too. Service was good. It must be a hidden gem. It's not hidden. We found it pretty quickly. This is actually our first place, so we found this pretty quickly. Hidden gem. Unlikely. Whatever. Okay. So let's take a look at their website. Conger Eel Restaurant. Another random restaurant. Let's take a look at their website. Hopefully it'll load. It is from Japan. And we will 100% be translating that as I'm looking at all the Japanese in the URL. Let's see. We do not want to press the English because that will translate differently. So let's see. Um, Pretty hard to load. A guest book, information. Uh, Themes. Oh, I can see at the bottom it says plan, facilities, room, meal, plan two, option two, fee, dog, neighborhood, access, day trip, English. Fine, we'll translate to English. See if it gives us a different thing. Uh, Weird, it came up in English pretty quickly. Okay. Product picture. Standing on a hill surrounded by olive groves, floating on the calm blue sea of Seto Inland Sea. So that's the name of the sea, is Seto Inland. Panoramic views. Attention. This hotel is able to stay with pet dog. Dogs are sometimes in shared places. Please be sure to show your passport. Surcharge. Micro bubble bath. Large micro bubble bath. Aren't those two contrasting things, macro and micro? Anyway, large and small. Sightseeing spots. Not a whole lot. Um, we'll see what sightseeing spots they have. Main facility floor maps. Sure. We'll click on that as well. We don't really care about booking rooms and whatnot. Bottom floor one, smoking room. Huh. Community land. Balcony, vending machine, dog spa, guest room, guest room, guest room. Huh? Um, First floor. So this is in the basement area, and then this is the first floor. So you come in. We were right. That was the front door. So you come in the front door. This is the lobby. This is the front desk, the shop. You go upstairs for your guest rooms. You come over here off to the side, and this is going to be the dog spa or whatever they're advertising. And the restaurant as well is going to be. Actually, the restaurant's exactly where we thought it was. So kudos, kudos. Um, Interesting logo. This is their shop, gift shop, restaurant Cito, which is right on the sea. Terrace of sea and land and sky. Bell of compassion. Cafe salon. Why is it called the Bell of Compassion? Not sure. Hopefully they're not too much compassion. Artificial grass. Natural grass. Look how happy he is. Huh. And then what was the other thing we clicked on? Oh, what's around? So what's around us sightseeing is this olive oil trees that we saw. This road. A romantic sandy path appears at low tide, which connects three islands in a bow shape. It is a power spot for lovers. What? Satoshi City Museum of Art. Okay. And then the Ushimato Shrine, Bison, Osaku, and Sword Village. Um, Bison swords, sword forging, where you can actually observe the manufacturing process, such as traditional forging of Japanese swords. The original katana. Actually, I don't know if this is called a katana. I don't know what terms really mean in Japanese, but it's a Japanese sword. Shonen Samso is a faithful reproduction. Dagashi department. The hell's a Dagashi? Oh, sweets and toys. Soy sauce district. Okay. All right. All right. So, we've seen enough about that. Let's go ahead and see if there is Street View. I see in the bottom right that there's something that looks like our hotel. I want to see the canopy. I want to see it. So, driving down the street, there's a parking lot, but ha 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 ha. There is our hotel. Um, yeah, it's recognizable. This blue canopy, dude, this thing's killing me. It juts out like 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet. I have to over exaggerate. Um, but we do see the name out front. It did have Japanese right here that we saw in the picture. So it has dual names. You can see this is the ground level, and then this is what's below. So very interesting idea of color scheme fitting into the architecture. This is some guy's house. Um, can we go behind the resort? Whoops, whoops. What's behind it? Probably people that just live here. That is the hotel. You can see it has a couple of different floors overlooking on top of the hill and right out to the sea. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So that is going to do it for the Hotel Shunka Setouchi Ushimado Resort. Let's go ahead and give it our review. For the first category, we are going to be looking at location. So location, uh, why is this in a background? Japan's really weird. So for location, we're probably gonna give this two, I would say, even though it's right on the water. Pretty nice scenic views overlooking this island thing and whatnot, low tide. It is way outside Okayama. We are way outside the city here, so we're gonna give that a two. Um, for style or what it is, uh, we're gonna give it a five. It is a dog resort, dog themed resort. They make that clear in their logos and their surroundings on their website. It's definitely dog oriented and focused. People also wrote reviews about it, but on the inside, it still is pretty accommodating. You do have this yellow style, even though this one's a product picture, but the rooms aren't too bad. The lobby not too bad as well. Good amount of seating area, some decorations and stuff on the inside, outside. So we're gonna give that a five. For pictures, lot of product pictures, a lot of product pictures, and there was no pictures of the vibe. So I don't know what this bell of compassion is either. But pictures, I'm not the biggest fan. We'll probably give, I want to say a three. We'll give it a three. It could have done more, but it did show us the inside, it shows the outside and all around, different rooms, different restaurants, the layout. We also got to match the layout pretty well, with just the pictures. So we are going to give that a three, though. It is a lot of product pictures, unfortunately. For the reviews, mostly five-star reviews. I would say that some parts could be a little bit more, and some of these reviews could be a little fake. So we are going to give that a 4 stars, which is appropriate. Uh, and then lastly, for the curb appeal, we will be giving curb appeal 5 stars. We got to see 100% exactly what it is, name and logo on the outside, different color schemes. What we saw in the pictures is exactly it. Exactly it. So, with that being said, that is going to do it for the Hotel Shunka Setochi Ushimado Resort. And let's take a look at our next location. Okay, so for the next place that we found the Okayama Karaku Hotel. So for a hotel named after Okayama, we are right in the center of Okayama, which is a contrast from where we saw before. We are right where the water is, kind of. It'll let me zoom in just a little bit more. We're pretty close to the water. We're also by major infrastructure as well. Trains. Japan is known for its trains, roads, and whatnot. A little park. Nice little park. This hotel is 4.5 stars, 3 star reviews, 1,600 reviews. Whoops. So, and it does have a website, but the website is Japanese. So once again, we'll be translating that and hoping that it will load. Performing Arts Theater. What's this? Tourist attraction. Looks like a bunch of shops. Looking at the first review, lovely service, good amenities. The rooms are tiny. Womp womp. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at some pictures. Product picture, first off the bat. Here is what the accommodation looked like. This looks like a very typical hotel room setup. Bathroom on the left, drawers and cubbies on the right, table, TV, and sleeping accommodation. So pretty standard stuff. The only thing they're missing from this type of setup of a hotel versus what you would see in the West, or at least in the US, is coffee maker. They do have a hairdryer though, and a telephone in the bathroom, which I'm not sure why. It doesn't seem to be a handicap accessible room, but here is a two-bed accommodation. She's like, wow, look how nice this is. We're staying at the Okayama. And she points. Bathroom shot. Okay. I don't know what room that is. Like a mini fridge too. This is clearly the premier suite. It's the corner room that's rounded. It has a better glass view of the area surrounding. These are probably nicer rooms if they were to sell them like that. They probably do. Oil over some sort of rice dish. What's this video? Whoa, speed demon. Oh, it's a connecting room. So they do have connecting rooms as well. That's good if you have larger families or many people to accommodate. Put the kids in one, parents in the other. Bam. Street view. We'll look at that later. This one's a smaller accommodation. This one's like a double. It's more like dorm style, like a dormitory, like a college kid. This, if you're a single traveler, would probably be a good accommodation. I would probably book something like that if it was cheap and easy. Roll-away bed, so they can always set up another mattress in the room as well. This is the lounge or the lobby, presumably. Cafe. Uh, Business center. Where? That's the vibe. I'm curious as to where the front desk is. That's the outside of it. Uh, Red dot, white background. Japan. Very interesting lamp. This is in English. Mini library and business room, internet maps, books, magazines. Have a good time. Um, Product shop. Lady enjoying her coffee. So this is the front desk. Once again, we see these small little stools in front of the desk, which I'm not sure as to why. Again, probably just aesthetics and the style and theme as to Japan. But here we are at the desk. Nice black cherry wood, maybe. Uh, Easy backdrop, couple of lights, two lamps. So there's not much divider on the desk. There's not much clutter either. There's like nothing on the desk. Presumably this is divided into three workstations just because there's that third stool there. And what's really unique about the pillows is all the pillows are facing up in this slash pattern. Meanwhile, all of these pillows up front are facing in the opposite slash pattern. So that's really unique. I've never seen pillows done like that. I've seen a lot of different variations. Usually it's the bunny ears. When you go to a home showcasing or something like that, you see the bunny ears, or it's squared, but never slanted like that. So, Japan, you're teaching me something new. This is probably the out front of the hotel. So if we could see that, that would be pretty cool. Lobby, river, hallways. The hallways are simple, I would say, just simple. Here's the front desk. So this is what it actually looks like compared to the all black that we saw the other thing, unless they swap it out and paint them. But product pictures versus in real life. So different chairs, obviously different cushions, different front chairs as well, different lights, more lighting, different lamps, and there's the desk. Uh, elevator, something about ancient Japan. Not sure what though. That is the Crow Castle that everyone talks about. The Okyu Castle or Okayama Crow Castle. Okay, all right. I think that we've seen enough, at least for pictures. Not even sure. So, let's go ahead and take a look at some reviews. See what the reviews have to say. Lovely staff, bit cozy. Tight availability. You better book quick. They're gonna be selling the room. Yes, they did book the double, so everything is pretty tight in this room. And they gave you sleeping attire. But if you really expect two people to sleep on this small bed, I don't know, Chief. It's rather standard 3 to 4 business hotel. It is a business hotel. Uh, what stood out was the hotel front desk went out of the way to make my 2 young girls, aged 6 and 8, feel entertained by taking out their robot mascot for them to play with during check-in. It's all about that service. It's all about that service. We discovered it was faster to walk to the station along the side street of the hotel, not to walk to the main street. Smoother surface when you arrive. The side entrance with escalators. Photos show the Korakuen Garden. I met the robot dog and just smiled. There's a robot dog. I imagine it being like, hold on. You'll know what I'm thinking about. This. I imagine they met this. And they're like, oh, look at my robot dog. Would say here again. 5 out of 5. Restaurant's fine. They do their best to cater to the English. Clean, good sized room. No complimentary water. Or at least a water station or something. There's no water. You're right by a water, and there's no water. Uh, Favorite place to stay if it's available. Great hotel in Okayama. Slightly dated. 7-minute walk. Really nice hotel. Short walk. It was okay. It was okay. 5 stars. Nothing special. 5 stars. Uh, Slightly larger than average for Japan. So this is larger than what you probably get in Japan, which I am not shocked. Honestly, I've seen a lot of those videos where it's like small capsule hotel in Japan, and it's like literally just the bed. Um, Nice hotel, 1,000 yen parking. Uh, Hotel's a bit far. There's a convenience store just right at the lobby. It's convenient. Basically, their thing is location. Hotel's meh. Station's a little further than what you would expect, though. Uh, no bottled water was provided, nor a coffee packet. The aircon heat system was complicated. It got so hot, I need to open the windows. Turning it off entirely was the solution. Hotel's dated. Oh well. Huh. That is going to do it for the reviews. Let's go ahead and take a look at their website. Let's take a look at their website. How badly do we have to translate this to English? Seems to already be in English. Translate. Okay, let's translate. Uh, Facilities. We'll take a look at the facilities. Restaurant concept hospitality. Supple Okayama time. A quiet environment just off Main Street in the front of Okayama. Please spend your time at a small riverside hotel. Curious what this hospitality concept thing that I clicked on. Translate. Located along a small river. Eh, kind of. 5 minutes is not 5 minutes. Although in front of the station, there is hotel contract, multi-story parking lot on premise, drugstore, post office, clinic in the post building, many restaurants making it suitable for business and leisure. This is a tourist hotel for business. 1998, just at the Y2K, is the only inn in Okayama. What? Clearly they upgraded because hair no cheer, hair is in rabbit, business support, uh, Toyo Kanaganshi. Who's this guy? And why does he have his museum work in your hotel? He is a potterer. Uh, he was a member of what is known as the Momoyama revival movement. What is this? In the 30s. In the 30s, Japan was Imperial Japan. So he was bringing back ancient Japan. Okay. Through ceramic renaissance. That's what the guy looked like, I guess. Black as well. It seems like this area of Japan is black. They focus on the crow colors. So very interesting, very interesting. Wonder what that's doing there. So we have book toys and even diapers. Co-sleeping is also free. Uh, what one is this? What did I click on? Facilities. Comfortable stay, restaurant. Oh, here we go. Uh, Guest rooms, conference rooms, clinics, restaurant, bar. Lobby, front desk, convenience store, pharmacy, post office. So it's got 13 floors. 360 indoor view. Google Maps. What are you doing here? Um, Once again, the lobby furniture has changed. This is a small lobby. Which is it's not too big of a problem to have a small lobby like this. Yep, 1, 2, 3 workstations. We saw that one coming. This is the gift shop. Golf. Oh my God, thing's gonna load. Golf. What does Japan know about golf? Elevators. Okay, well, whatever. The restaurant. Smoking room, vending machine, microwave oven, ice maker, laundromat, meeting room, parking room, convenience store, pharmacy, and post office. Art space as well. Uh, Order of culture and living national treasures, as well as antiques are exhibited. Order of cultures. What? That's crazy. Um, yeah, their website's good. Late checkout until 13 o'clock. A 1 p.m. checkout. You guys are generous. Damn. I give you till 12. Checkout's at 11. Yeah, checkout's at 11. So you're out by 12. Anyway, that's going to do it for the website. And then lastly, some street view, which I think we're going to get some pretty good street view. You just got to make sure we're getting our building itself. We are right at the corner. This is Japan. This is presumably our hotel. 13 floors. Those are all those side rooms that we kept seeing, with the rounded windows and whatnot. Very nice, very nice. Can we get a better entrance? This is probably the main entrance. Yes, Karaku Hotel. So has curb appeal, has some branding out front. It's written in Japanese as well as English, but this is in English. Um, Interesting mosaic of this. Not sure what that's all about, but that's pretty cool. Do they also own all this stuff? They at least own to here, and there's the post office they were talking about. So this is the one building, like the whole building on the block, basically. Um, so good for them. They got quite a bit of property, it seems. What's on this side of the street? Uh, Side access stairs. Yeah, directory, side access stairs, presumably to the hotel or upper businesses or restaurants. Could be to the restaurant. And downstairs goes to somewhere which we're not sure. So, uh, okay. With that being said, let's go ahead and give our review of the Okayama Karaku Hotel. So, for location, this is a 5-star location. This is smack dab in the center of Okayama. There's the castle, Okayama Castle. So we keep seeing it. Now we actually get to see it. Anyway, and the Uju Park or the Oju Park. Sorry, we got sidetracked. For location, we're going to give it a 5 stars. Located on the river, in the center of the city, also right by the trains, which was a big factor. It's also by a post office and a pharmacy, has a restaurant, things like that. So that is also a 5. For style or what it is a business hotel. Could have done a little bit more. Could have done a little bit more, but it's there. I would say style, we're probably going to give a 4, which is fair. I think that's fair. Basically just a cookie cutter hotel. For pictures, we are going to give a 3. We saw a lot of product pictures. Also, it seems like some of them are generated or not accurate. Like the lobby pictures kind of contrasted quite a bit between real and product, but oh well. So we're gonna give that a 3. For the reviews, we're probably gonna give it a 4, just because some of the rooms were actually tiny. And yes, I do understand it caters towards Western audiences, so it could have done a little bit better. Could have done a little bit better. It's mostly just location. People are just booking there because of work. So we're gonna give that a 4. And then lastly, for curb appeal, we are gonna give curb appeal a 5 stars. It did have branding outside. It did have the style and the location. We got to see the post office, different buildings to it. It's very clear what it was. Very, very clear. We even got to saw the side suites, which were in the rounded rooms. So it all makes sense. And that is going to do it for the Okayama Karaku Hotel. And on to our next location. For this hotel, we found the Hotel Fine Garden Okayama 2. It is on the other side of the river, on the other side of the river. So we're left of the Asahi River, and then this is the Sasage's River. So, but we're still in this delta area. There's another river. So we're still in a probably a very watery area, actually. So, 4 stars, 66 reviews, says 3-star hotel. Wow. I'm very curious about that first picture. Um, it does have a website. Perhaps it's a parent company, but I'm very curious about this place. Let's go ahead and look at the first review. 3.5 stars. It was clear that the hotel has seen better days. Oof. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at some pictures. Hotel 5. This is a product picture if you've ever seen one. Uh, Interesting inside. We have the bed, sofa, random chair, with clamps, awkward chair. Um, Paris. So they at least have a partnership with some sort of thing in France. Bed, sofa. This one's warm. The window to nothing. That's pretty funny. No, there's an open window behind it, but it just blends it with the wall, so it looks like a window to nothing. Elevator. This is the front desk. It's a little hard to see the front desk, but that would be it. Flowers. Nice table. This is probably a small place. America 50s. Dun, 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 dun. So, this is definitely catering towards the English American audience. Uh, Hotels, pretty standard for the most part. Moet, Chandon, French wine or something like that, or Italian prosecco. I don't know. Uh, they're nice rooms, but they're kind of cramped. They all have very drastic different themes. So is that one just painted on? Yes, it's just a decoration. Oh my God, does that mean the America one was a decoration too? Did we fall for a 3D image? No, that looks real. That looks like real. That doesn't look like a sticker. Okay. Or a poster. Oh my God, I thought I was losing it. This is probably a sticker though. There's no way you're opening the door to the beach in Japan. What beach? Well, there was that sea beach. The other place did say that there was that sea beach. Here's the here's the outside of it. Oh my God, it actually says Hotel Fine. Uh, fake um balconies, fake balconies for generators. Yep. Um, that's an interesting way to cheat. I would get why. Aesthetically, you can get away with that instead of having the generators or whatever outside. So that's a creative way to cheat. Is fake balconies. They do fake buildings. Fine. Why is that green? Uh, it looks cheap. $25. I mean, it is kind of cheap. So I think for 25 bucks USD, this isn't the worst place to stay. But I would not say this is the best place to stay. So you have to think about that and keep that in mind. We are going to be bathing next to the roaring ocean with the sunrise. It's tasteful decorations. Or I'm on a boat, but I'm in the water. Anyway, uh, can we see more of the front desk from visitors? Usually they'll take pictures of the front desk. That's the outside. Yeah, the outside's pretty interesting. I will give it that. The outside is pretty interesting. Spotlight, the overall spotlight too. Wow, they really are living in 2036. Uh, Come on, I want to see like the lobby and stuff. Come on. Really? Huh. I wonder why that is. Not once with the bidet, the bidet. Uh, not once have we seen the lobby. Halloween decorations. Christmas. Is this the lobby? No way, dude. That's the front desk. This is the travel screen, brochure pamphlet, the elevators. Really? This is the lobby? Come on. Show me something good. Show me something good. Wow. Oh well. Um, Hopefully there's a street view inside or something like that, 'cause I kind of want to see it. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the website. I guarantee this is probably going to be some parent company website, more than likely. Come on. Well, I guess it's just not going to give us anything. So, oh well. Um, let's take a look at the street views. Well, we haven't looked at the reviews themselves. It was clear that the hotel had seen better days. 3.5 stars, 5 stars. Right next to a 7-Eleven, big TV, microwave, fridge, huge shower bath. So good. I felt awkward because I didn't speak any Japanese, but the clerk quickly recognized and rushed down. For my first night in Japan, I wouldn't have it any other place. Convenient locale. This is the Love Hotel, which will be good for a couple with many amenities. The price was not expensive, but need to have car for accessing this location. It's big and clean room. They have parking too. Comfortable and nice price. Always large room. It is a Love Hotel with oversized room. Yeah, it is a Love Hotel. I mean, it's Hotel Fine. It's pretty giving of a name. However, this location is remote and is very difficult. If you are traveling by car, you should consider it. The price is right. Well, Mr. Trip.com, a member, trying to incite the mood. The facility has many amenities, provides breakfast, and allows check-in until 12 p.m. Checkout, I mean. There is free parking downstairs, is making it very cost effective. However, it is only accessible by car, so transportation is somewhat inconvenient. Uh, Reasonable price. The room was clean and comfortable. Halloween decorations. This is pretty recent. Next time, I will be coming with a woman. Jeez. Easy, Buster. Definitely smells like cola. Dinner is the main dish and drink. Shortcuts have bumpy roads. If walking, take main road. Thank you for using the hotel. Free parking on site. Guess the rooms are clean. I used this cell for the first time by booking discount accommodations. While the basic amenities feel as stated, the wallpaper in the bathroom have been renovated. The the sticker to the beach. That's what they're talking about. Uh, Although there was an ashtray, there was hardly any cigarette smell. Compared to similar hotels we stayed in, it's much better. However, the information sheet in the room mentioned a register as a remember. Then, when I inquired, I was told I was ineligible. Perhaps I would have been right if I booked through the website itself instead of third party. I learned my lesson. Thank you for saying such things and making us more money. Anyway, upon checking in, I discovered it was a themed hotel. Yes, indeed. It was offered free parking, rooms were clean, spacious, but the only two beds with two. Space was large and comfortable, although there was a smell of smoke, it disappeared when the windows opened. My first time staying at a Japanese love hotel, and I was very satisfied. The facility. This is also Trip.com member. It's a little old, but it's cheap, clean, and spacious. I was given a room. I heard a woman moan next door, which made me wonder if the walls were thin. My partner and I were like, "Can you hear me?" Muting the TV volume. You're right, we can hear you. Well, that's what they're there for, so I don't mind, but I'm sure there are some people that do. And then I suddenly came back to reality. I don't think it bothers me while they're doing it, but I can't help but wonder if they can hear me too. Sorry for the inconvenience by the neighbor guest comments. We'll pass it on to the right person in charge and consider ways to improve our situation. No way. I'm not gonna do anything. I stayed at this leisure hotel with my children. 5 out of 5. The facilities were a bit old. Oh, those poor kids. Despite complaints about cleaning going back to a year, uh, hair, uh, dress down had holes from cigarettes. Service is good. Paid more attention to detail. 3 stars, 2 stars. Desk was annoying. I was there as a customer. How could they treat me as such? It was really annoying. I don't know if they were employees. Uh, just open the door. Always knock first. 4 stars. Eh, it's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. 1 star, 7-Eleven nearby. It's whatever. This is all just kind of. Oh my God. All right. Mm. Okay. Uh, embarrassing. Let's go ahead and look at the street view. We saw it. We saw what it's looking like. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Welcome, windows. Yeah, that's it. Fine. Oh, this is definitely a getaway. This is like, let's escape where no one can find us by the railroad track at the fine hotel. Oh my God, dude. Um, it's got curb appeal. It's definitely there. Again, the fake balconies, it's clever. Oh, come on, why is it all pixelated? Anyway, whatever. Uh, we got to see it. We got to see it. We even got to see the top. Let's go into the small street view. Parking. Let's. What was it look like on the front again? I want to see the front. I just want to look at the top of the building because there is the sign, but I can't see the sign. Dang. Because on top of it, allegedly, it says this, which is what I want to see. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Can I? I just want to see the top. I don't think that's it. Oh well. Anyway, that is going to do it for the Hotel Fine Garden Okayama 2. There's a first one at some point. Let's go ahead and give it our review. So for the location, we are probably going to give, come on, uh, probably going to give it 3. We're tucked away from everything, railroad track. Uh, we're not too far from stuff. You definitely need a car though. You definitely need a car. So we're probably going to give that, uh, a 2. For the style or what it is, this thing was funny. This thing had style. We're gonna give style a 5. This thing was hysterical. I think my favorite one was definitely the beach, not this one. Um, this one. You open the doors to the beach. There's no way. Anyway, so we're gonna give style a 5. For pictures, there was a lot of just product pictures. So pictures we're kind of gonna give a 3. Well, yeah, we'll give it a 3. They didn't show the front desk at all. They didn't show anything. It's all hotels.com and whatnot. So that's kind of whatever. But we're gonna give that a 3. Um, For the reviews, we are also going to give that a 3. It seems like people, they knew what this hotel was. I knew what this hotel was. But yes, it seems that it was dated and very thin. So yeah, we're gonna give that a 3. Could have been done better. Could have done better. Also, their website didn't work. But anyway, um, and then lastly, for the curb appeal, we are going to give that, we'll give it a 5. It had some good curb appeal. It said fine hotel. It's in this area, of course, but it did its thing. So we'll give that a 5. And that's going to do it for the Hotel Fine Garden Akiyama 2. And on to our next hotel. All right, so for our next hotel that we found the Masuno Hotel. We are on the eastern side of Okayama. It seems like there's some Buddhist temples around. We are across the Hyakuken River. 3.5 stars. It does have a website, but we are lucking out for a lot of these websites. It seems like 3.5 stars. What's the first review look like? Uh, 3 stars. I had to use the hotel on a short notice for work. Well, seems like everybody's working in Japan. Uh, let's go ahead and look at some photos. There is some signage out front. This is more of a bedroom dorm again, a dorm type of setup. Somewhere easy to sleep, at least for the night. Here, sleep on the floor. Food, flowers. Oof. Computer, bed. Pretty basic, honestly. This is more of like a hostel, like a dormitory. You're just staying in this for like a night. And that's it for pictures. Um, yeah, that's it for pictures. So, oh well. Doesn't say what the price goes for either. But 24 reviews. Let's see what the reviews have to say. The devil's in the details. Uh, 6,100 photos. Jeez, bro. He's out there hustling. I had to use this hotel on a short notice for work. The telephone service and room guide were very polite and impeccable, but it was a shame that the bathroom in the room was a little old. Price is okay. Room smells like cigarettes. It's cheap. Meal options can include 2 meals a day. 5 out of 5, easy reservation. Over 30 years ago, I was first assigned to Okayama. I stayed there for about a week of temporary accommodation. I remember being very impressed. This place is a little different than what I remember. Has there been some urban redevelopment? Huh. The room reeked of cigarettes, cheap motel, that of a training camp, and it took some getting used to before it was tasty. There's a cheap family restaurant nearby, so it was a good idea to stay overnight and eat there. I stayed there for several nights, thinking it was a good idea. 6,000 yen. Homey atmosphere. It closed last October. COVID. That was 5 years ago, so it was during COVID. 5 out of 5. Cheap place to stay. Uh, good place to stay and work. 8 years ago. Wow. Okay. So that's gonna do it for the reviews. There's a lot more reviews than we thought that there was gonna be. Let's open the website. There's gonna be anything? There's gonna be anything? We'll see. Ooh, okay. All right. Google Translate. Translate into English. About new coronavirus countermeasures. Sorry to keep you waiting. Thanks to you, it opened on Tuesday the 25th, 30 years of Reiwa. Thank you for your mistakes. We look forward to your reservation by phone. Thank you for your mistakes. What's that supposed to mean? Smoking space on each floor. Thank you for stopping. Cleaning fees, whatnot. And Instagram. Oh, Twitter. They have a Twitter? Come on. Oh, maybe. Uh, 0 following and 1 follower. Good for them. Wait, go back. I want to see their posts. If they have any posts. They do not have any posts. Who's their 1 follower? Come on. No. Anyway. Too funny. Checkout is at 10 a.m. Oof. Uh, Other times will be away for shopping, etc. We do not eat on Sundays and holidays. McDonald's, home improvement stores, karaoke, rental shops, whatever, whatever, whatever. This is all about their coronavirus stuff. News. 2021 and also 2021. So they did this for 2 days and then gave up on the blog post. I feel like they did 2 days for the website as well and kind of gave up on the website. So, can we book through the website? No, right? No. No, we can't even book through the website. So anyway, that sucks. Let's go ahead and lastly look at some Street View. I think we're gonna get Street View, but I don't know what this thing really looks like on the outside. Let's see. What could it be? What could it be? Is that it? This is it. I'm assuming this says Monsuno Hotel. Can we Google Translate a Street View? We'll do that. No? Okay, well, guess not. Um, but that's exactly what it looks like. I would say parking is fine too. They have parking. But this is like a cheap hotel that you're just here to study as a kid. It's kind of sad. But anyway, people are here to work. That's all about the work. This is a nice garden. They might be the owners. It's a nice place. But This seems more like a mom and pop hotel. This is very rudimentally ran. So, okay. Let's go ahead and give our review of the Masuno Hotel. For location, we are going to give location probably a 4. No, we'll give it a 3. It's pretty far out there. There's no reason that you like even come over here. This is definitely for like people in the city, not for tourists. So we're gonna give a location a 3. For style or what it is, uh, it's got some basic style to be honest. The hostel, we're gonna give style probably a 2. We're gonna give it a 2. Well, yeah, this outside, it's what giving it that's not 1. So style is gonna be a 2. For pictures, the pictures did show us the accommodations. They showed us that they do have meals sometimes. It wasn't complete product pictures. So I would say pictures we're gonna give a 4. We'll be generous. We'll give them a 4. Um, for the reviews, uh, were just kind of meh. I mean, meh. They smell the cigarettes and stuff like that. I mean, it wasn't really that good. 1 star. Just could have done a little bit better. So we're gonna give it a 3. And then lastly, for curb appeal, it did have curb appeal. So curb appeal we'll give a 5. Seems like we're pretty generous with the curb appeal, so we're gonna give curb appeal a 5. And that is going to do it for the Masuno Hotel. And on to our next hotel. Okay, so for our final hotel, we are going to be looking at 3 Wellness. Just 3. It does have a website, Japanese website. We are going to be hopefully looking at that. Checking at 3, check out at 11. Pretty standard. What does the first review say? Let's see. I feel like it can be a 5 star. 5 stars. Very nice. Clean and has a refrigerator. Um, so we're kind of outside the city. Well, not outside. We are in the middle of the city. We're right here. That's the hey, that's the hotel fine. We are right here. So we're not too far, but just before this river and just before this road artery here. Um, okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at some pictures. 3 Wellness. 1, 2, 3, 4 floors, 5 even. It does have curb appeal though. It looks nice. If we can see that in person, that would be pretty cool. Here's this patron showing us the accommodations. Oh, not bad, not bad. Little cramped, but it has its space. It has its space. You're not living in a hotel. This is the view from the center. There's no like pool or anything in the center, I don't think. I mean, that's kind of lame. Actually, none of these places had a pool. Come to think of it, none of the places we looked at had a pool. That's the center of it? Artwork? Oh my God. What? I don't know. Grand Salon. Is this part of a resort, maybe? Um, Grand opening 2019, May 2019. Hopefully it's open. It looks open, allegedly. Well, that picture looks a little interesting. Again, I hope we can see this on the outside. Washing unit, fridge, sink. You're just missing a hot plate, and you can cook there. I don't know. I don't know about this one. It's it's an interesting place. Bikes and that's the fitness center and whatnot. Okay. Is there a vibe one from visitors? What do the people show? Uh, not too sure. These pictures are not good. I'm looking for like the front desk in the lobby. I just want to see the front desk. Here's the full floor layout of the top floor, the fourth floor. We are in a semicircle. No? Oh well. I guess that's gonna do it for pictures. Let's go ahead and see some reviews. Uh, Hanajiri. Very clean, nice big room, convenient in a designated area. Laundry detergent. Hotel is kind of far from the city, and there's also a train station 5 minutes away. Uh, the ladies have been nice, and my Japanese is quite limited. I am a Western traveler. We welcome Western travelers. I stayed 3 nights. That's how I'd imagine it. How I'd imagine it goes. I stayed 3 nights. Nice room, large vest equipped. Staff is very helpful. Stations close by. Uh, Anniversary trip. Large rooms, personal washer and dryer. Spacious. 5 stars. 5 stars. 5 stars. 5 stars. Cost performance is insanely good. Okay. This guy is giving a negative review because of the train. The train. The hotel has no control over the train, bro. Relax. Settle your kettle. 5 stars. 5 stars. 5 stars. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Interesting mosaic. Huh. I am a lover of architecture and design. I must admit your establishment lived up to those expectations. Well, uh, it's one way to look at it. I don't know if we have the same idea as living up to expectations, but oh well. I use this hotel for business trips. Let's go ahead and look at their website then. Let's see what kind of business is being conducted on their website. Hopefully there's something. Hopefully there's something. Okay. All right. That's that's it. That's the entire website. I'm scrolling up and down. It's just this. Translate, sure. There's nothing here. Uh, there's nothing here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Took a while to load. Training care, wellness care, personal care. Whoops. Randomly clicking. Not on this website. Please don't do that. It took forever to load. Um, rooms, recommended stay, monthly stay. Interesting. We do long-term stay. Marathon. Live at your own will. For you who know and prepare your body correctly for your face and physical health. So original. Okay. Well-being, wise, and well. Live healthily, wisely, and with your own well. Personal care, the hotel part, also the hotel, also the hotel. Uh, we'll take a look at their Facebook. Let's see what their Facebook looks like. Uh, people walking up on the top for some reason. Ooh, 2025, 1 year ago. 2024, 2023. They seem to post on a yearly basis. Oof, pretty tough. Uh, whatever. All right. Well, that is going to do that for that. Let's go ahead and see the street view of hopefully this round building. You can't miss it if it's real. And is it real? Oh, it is real. Wow. Look at that. So there's the three wellness. What was it? It was like wise, well-being, and healthy or something. Focus. Uh, I don't know. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's all the floors. There's the signs. There's the signs. There's the parking. There's also the parking probably. Front doors. Pretty impressive. Fitness already. They're just gonna blast you with fitness. So this is pretty solid. Okay. With that being said, that is going to do it for the Three Wellness Hotel. Let's go ahead and give it our review. For the location, we are going to give a location of 4. This place, if it's gonna load, it's close to the city center. It's accessible by the train, but overall, I would say that it's walking distance. But if you're not a big walker, then it could be a little tricky. So we're gonna give a location of 4. It's doable. It's doable. Um, for the style or what it is, it had style, definitely. Uh, the fitness center. We didn't get to see the front desk really. That was kind of disappointing. Unless this is the front desk, which it could be, actually. This could be the front desk. Um, it has style. It's modern, it's sleek, it's meant to be like that. So, you know, that's what we're seeing. The rooms themselves were kind of okay. Yeah, but they did offer a lot. So we'll give style a 5. For pictures, pictures did extremely well. We did see quite a variety, inside, outside, locations, stuff like that. We saw quite a bit. We saw what we needed to. So I think pictures will also give a 5, which is incredible, for such a crazy place. But, for the reviews, I will also give it a 5, honestly. The only complaint was from one guy talking about the train. So we'll give the reviews a 5. They've earned it. And then lastly, for curb appeal, we will be giving 5 stars as well. So, uh, it was round. It had its signs. It's exactly what it was. Exactly what it was. So, that is going to do it for the three wellness. And on to our final segment where we review all of the rest, or all of the hotels that we saw at once. All right, here we are outside the Okayama City Hall to give our final decision on the places that we saw today. I'm going to go ahead and put those stats up on the board. If you did enjoy my video, please be sure to leave a like. If you enjoy my content, please be sure to subscribe. I do upload pretty often, so, please expect that. And so, yeah, without further ado, be sure to tune in next time when we look at another random city in the world and see what it has to offer. So, thank you so much, and I hope to see you then. All right, thanks.